I'd like to introduce the topic of a resource-based economy today. During this time, humanity is presented with an opportunity. The time has come for a shift in human consciousness and thus in the way we live. In the past, a spiritual person was seen as one withdrawing from society to go within to connect with higher spiritual forces. Today, spiritual man is required to be a practical mystic, one who listens to his or her intuition and is able to apply it in a practical way on the physical plane. Today is not just about each individual developing his or her spirituality, but the development of the soul of humanity. This is a time where we can no longer operate as separate individuals, but as a unit with concern with each individual's emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being. It's time to look at reality for what it is. The following information being presented is not my personal thought, but a compilation from organizations around the world, responding to the call of an emerging urge from humanity for a new way of being and operating society. Let us review this information not with fear, but as an opportunity to break free of old, outdated beliefs and systems that no longer benefit us, and to hold a positive outlook on the possibilities of our future. Let's begin with our current economic situation. The following is a quote written by Matthew Earhart for Veterans Today Canada, published on February 27th, 2020. With Monday's 1,000-point stock market plunge, the internet has been set ablaze with a discussion of a new crash looming on the horizon. The fact that such a chain reaction collapse was only kept at bay due to massive liquidity injections by the Federal Reserve's overnight repo loans should not be ignored. These injections, which began in September 2019, have grown to over $100 billion per night. All that to support the largest financial bubble in human history, with global derivatives estimated at $1.2 quadrillion. That's 20 times our global GDP. This brings us to our political system. Politics is an outgrowth of the monetary system and scarcity. We now must work towards a new emerging paradigm, moving from a period where the central problem was the sharing of scarcity to the problem now being one of creating and distributing abundance to all. Politics have no relevance. They do not evaluate the foundational causes of the world problems, and they have no interest in even finding out ways that we could design out our problems. Their job is to maintain our current world order. The following is a quote from thevenusproject.com. Money is only important in a society when certain resources for survival must be rationed and that people accept money as an exchange medium for the scarce resources. Money is a social convention, an agreement, if you will. It is neither a natural resource, nor does it represent one. It is not necessary for survival unless we have all been conditioned to accept it as such. The following is quoted from Renee Muller, the directivist of RBE. Abundance, efficiency, and sustainability are very simply the enemies of profit. This scarcity logic also applies to the quality of goods. The idea of creating something that could last, say, a lifetime with little repair is an aversion to the market system. For it reduces consumption rates, which slows growth and creates systemic repercussions such as job loss. The scarcity attribute of the market system is nothing but detrimental for these reasons. Not to mention that it doesn't even serve the role of efficient resource preservation, which is often claimed. The resource-based economy, or RBE, concept proposes a way to abandon money and the speculation with it, and get back to resources directly without the involvement of money as a regulatory tool. It assumes that with today's technology, it would be possible to measure and store the quantity of a certain good, connect with demand or requirement side, share the resource, and skip the speculative and profit aspect in the exchange. So what exactly is a resource-based economy? A resource-based economy is a society without money, barter, or trade, with the awareness that humanity is one family, and where technology, science, and spirituality is used to its fullest to develop and manage the planet's resources to provide abundance for everyone in the most sustainable way. An RBE is not an establishment of a system, but rather the emergence of one, coming from its citizens and not from any rulers. That it is an emergent system is crucial to understand. It is not a top-down system, but a bottom-up system based on a shift in the mindset of the population. A post-scarcity society in which shared social abundance replaces the implied and artificial social notions of resource scarcity. The RBE system is characterized through intelligent management of resources for common consumer social abundance, rather than profit-based scarcity, capitalism, or need-based scarcity, socialism. So while politicians and governments around the world scramble to develop a plan to save the sinking ship that is our current economic system, why don't we, the people, take the time that we have to evaluate our current system and decide whether it is or is not worth saving? I encourage you to visit thevenusproject.com for more information on a resource-based economy. I'll provide additional links in the description below, as well as I will be posting further videos in the near future. The aim of this video is to open a dialogue between the people. It's meant to be a constructive time for us to ponder and discuss different ways of operating society, of economics, of living and being. With that being said, I would like to leave you with a quote from Franklin Delano Roosevelt. This is from his first inaugural address in 1933. "We may now restore that temple to the ancient truths. The measure of the restoration lies in the extent to which we apply social values more noble than mere monetary profit."